guys, and welcome back to another episode of The Provocative Podcast. Jazzy here. Guys, it's been a crazy week. I feel like last week I felt off. I actually posted it on my story if anybody else was feeling off, and a lot of you girls actually replied saying yes. I don't know if there was something in the universe or another Mercury retrograde or what, but last week was just off for me. But it's Monday today. I'm feeling a lot better, and I'm really, really excited for this episode because we finally got the mans, guys. We finally got the mans. Yes. I'll go into a little bit in detail of who I have today as my guest, but before that, as you guys know, I always give you guys a little bit of background on my week. So yesterday we had our official book club meeting. I've been keeping you guys updated with the book club. So we had a book club meeting. It was a small meeting because everyone couldn't make it. And the theme was Galentine because Valentine's Day is today. So we just talked about ugly love, what we liked about it, what we didn't, and well, not that we didn't like anything of it. It turned into a Verity conversation just because Aurelie hasn't read Verity and we just were explaining it to her. But yeah, so we talked about that. And then our next book read it's called Behind Closed Doors. If you guys want to read it along with us, great. That would be amazing. We try to read that book in a month, plus additional books if you want to read anything on the side for you. But that's the next book club book read that we're going to do. And yeah, so it was great yesterday. And then we did a little exchange and a little like gift exchange, kind of like Secret Santa kind of thing. So in my gift, we got, and I say we because Chris and we got numbing throat spray. Deep throat spray. Nice. Guys, that shit was disgusting. It was, so my flavor that Brenda got me was minty, and Brenda was on the episode last week, guys. So she ended up getting all the sex toys I told her, plus more. Now yesterday's book club meeting turned into like a sex talk because she explained all the new toys she got. The Nuna apparently is a good one that's like brand new, and I don't know, I need to get Chris on it so he can buy it, but she try the throat spray and she said it was okay, so she got it as a gift to give to the person who got it, and obviously it was me. And I don't know, I didn't like it because it felt like, that little paste that the dentist puts on your mouth before they, like, if you have a cavity or whatever, they put it to kind of numb you down a little bit and then they give you the shot. That's what it felt like, and it was just like all over my mouth, on my tongue, on my lip, and then just the taste was disgusting. I feel like I was gagging first for like 5 minutes because of the damn spray, and then we got to the action. But I don't know, I don't think
the action was good, guys.
Nice. No, it was good. It was good action, but I don't think it was good action because of the spray. So I don't know if we'll be using the spray as much. Wait, actually, we have Chris here. So do you think the action was good because of the spray?
Yeah, I think the spray definitely contributed to your skills.
Okay, so maybe he'll make me use it again. But anyway, guys, that's a little catch up on my week. And yeah, so today's episode, guys, is going to be about what the ladies have questions for the man. So all the questions that I could think of that us ladies have for the boys, I wanted to ask. So for today's guest, we have finally my husband, Chris Pineda.
I'm the husband.
You're the husband. And then Oscar Santos, our good friend. He's been friends with us for almost 4 years already. So
I'm the good friend.
You're the good friend. So yeah, for the guys, we have Chris, which is my husband, which was the husband role I wanted to play because I wanted to see if his opinion and Oscar's opinion on the questions that I asked would be different. Oscar's in a committed relationship now, but when we met him, he wasn't. So I want to kind of get a background of how he feels now would be different than how he felt back then. And yeah, I mean, now he's in a committed relationship, so he'll probably explain how he feels now with some of the certain questions because he's in a relationship. But yeah, guys, let's get into these questions. They have not like,
we are in no way prepared.
Yeah.
Nor do we know what's going to come.
Okay.
No idea.
The girls actually helped me come up with some of these questions, and they're really good. So, all right, here we go. And some of these questions, guys, I wanted to have them answer because I feel like if you kind of have these questions about your man, it can kind of make you feel a little bit better. Some of them are actually like personal questions that like I went through and getting other females' opinion on if their significant other did this or didn't do this, like how it would make me feel and stuff like that. So I kind of wanted to share with you guys so that if you're alone and you don't have friends to talk to about this kind of stuff, you kind of get a second opinion. But all right, you boys ready?
My heart's thumping.
As ready as I'm gonna be.
Okay. So we'll kind of just, whoever wants to answer first will answer first, and then the other person will answer. All right. Do you masturbate? And if so, how often?
Well, why is that gotta be the first one?
That's the first one.
You get really into it.
Yes.
Surprisingly, like, I used to.
Okay.
So I haven't for the longest time, like, actually, and yeah, I mean, I haven't.
But do you have sex regularly?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like, I guess you could say, like, if I have, like, every guy has an urge,
right?
Like, right. And whenever I have the urge, like, it's dealt with by my lovely girlfriend.
Okay.
My turn?
Yeah. You think he's BSing?
I kind of think he's lying. I'm not going to lie. So, yeah, I do masturbate, and I do masturbate sometimes still. Just to steal a quote from Jose, who we just had a meeting with, and you asked this question. What do you say? He's like, yeah, home cooking's good. Nothing beats home cooking, a good home cooked meal. But sometimes, you just want that quick
McDonald's.
That quick satisfying urge to satisfy the urge. Maybe you feel guilty afterwards, but I mean, I don't do it often. Mine and your sex drive don't always line up, and sometimes I feel like I still want to release.
Yeah.
So I do.
Okay. All right. That's a good answer. Yeah. So we actually had this conversation, and I was asking different men, and I think it all depends on the person's sex drive too. Girls, like, depending on who your significant other, some guys' sex drives are really high, and some guys' sex drives are really low, and it may be like different months too that the sex drive changes. So I feel like Chris said, I think there's times where I know that his sex drive is really high, and I just don't want to have sex every single day, twice a day sometimes. So it's just like, he goes and he does it, and yeah, I mean, I don't know what do you watch when you...
Is that one of the questions? Now you're just asking personal?
I'm just asking personal.
Nah, I mean, she already knows. I mean, I'm a butt guy, so I like butts, and I'm not gonna say it's like exclusively Latina, but that's like my go-to.
Okay. All right, what if you watch, have more masturbated, what do you masturbate with?
We would have, we have our own, like, personal videos.
Oh,
like,
okay.
So, I mean, I usually watch that.
Okay.
Yeah, whenever I would.
Okay.
What about before Brooke?
Before Brooke?
What were you watching?
Just, like, whatever I could find. Like,
whatever was trending?
Yeah, I mean, it usually is just, like, butt stuff, like...
Just what?
Just, yep, that's it, butt stuff.
Okay. Do you feel the urge when, like, Brooke goes out of town to masturbate?
To be honest, like... Yeah, sometimes, but usually I like occupy my time doing something. Like, I don't think, like, when I'm at home alone, like, I just don't have the urge to just, like, drop everything that I'm doing and just go. I usually have things that I have planned or I want to go do rather. So it's like, that's one of the things that, like, kind of stopped me from doing it so consistent. Like, whenever I was single, like, I would consistently do it. I mean, I was doing it whenever I was, like, as a kid.
Yeah.
And so, like, for me, over time, like, it was like a everyday thing.
Yeah.
But I just don't, like, as I guess you could say, as I grew and, like, really started thinking, like, why do I constantly do this? Mm-hmm. Like, for me, I even, like, took time to research, like, what are the benefits of not doing it? Mm-hmm. And, like, that's one of the choices why I, like, just stopped. I didn't say, like, cold turkey it, but I just, like, definitely, like, reduced and everything. And,
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, usually a majority of my time is I'm doing something
else.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it might also be, babe, that you work from home, so.
Yeah, I get bored too much.
You get bored. Okay. Anyways, okay, next question. Does cellulite on a female bother you?
Not at all. It's not even something that I look at. Unless it's like really bad, I guess.
But see, like, if it's like really bad, I feel like at that point it's being like it's going towards unhealthy.
Yeah, that's a health issue. That's not even
really
cellulite at that point.
And I know, like, that's a question I feel like a lot of people can, like, think about.
Yeah.
But, like, in reality, no one really, like, it's gonna be like, no, I'm not gonna talk to her because she has cellulite. Like, no one really cares, I feel like.
So if a girl's working out in short shorts in the gym, do you guys notice the cellulite?
I'm probably not gonna notice the cellulite.
So you're just noticing the butt?
If they have a butt.
If she has a butt.
Yeah, but I mean, like, cellulite's such a natural thing. It's not, like, something that is, like, on a negative list for me.
Okay.
Like, it's not something that I've ever even, like, made the effort to notice in anyone.
Okay.
Yeah, if there's a guy if a guy is literally not judging, but like really, that's a yay or nay between going to talking to someone, like that's a yellow flag in itself.
That's a very picky guy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Just because, I think a lot of us are scared to wear shorts in the gym and stuff because of our cellulite. And you're like, okay, like, damn, these guys are probably just staring at my cellulite. They probably think my legs are gross. So it's good to know that people they're not really, I think us females are actually pointing it out more than the guys do.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think I've ever had a guy friend or a conversation ever about cellulite with another guy.
Okay. That's
Ever.
good. It's good to know. Okay, good. There you go, ladies. Okay, next one. This one's a little bit deeper. What do you guys think about when you are having sex?
Nothing.
Yeah, see, like I don't.
So guys have this box that we go to like maybe 30, 40 times a day. There's literally nothing. Like when you're like, babe, what do you think about? It's nothing.
And you guys are just sitting there and you're not thinking about anything.
You sit there, you're looking at the white wall, you're like, oh, that's a pretty nice white wall, or you just get lost. But honestly, like when we're having sex, I just look at you, and I mean, that's all that runs through my mind. Like I don't think I've ever zoned out during sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, like whenever I'm having sex, like I don't think of anything but being in like that moment. Like it's like, I don't know. I feel like sex should be an emotional connection with your partner, and like I'm very emotional and I'm very like in the moment. So like when Brooke and I are having sex, like we're in the moment. Like I'm not thinking about anything.
Okay.
The world is gone.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just there.
Okay.
I mean, for me, if I'm in my head, it's done.
Yeah.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah. So, the reason I ask is just like, cause we talked about this last week with girls, and as I was coming up with questions with my friends, with girls it's a little bit harder because we get in our minds a lot. We get in our heads a lot. So we really have to focus on being present in that moment, not thinking about the dry cleaning or the dishes or whatever else we were doing prior to that, and really focus in. Because sometimes us girls, we just kind of zone out. Like if we're not in it, we'll like zone out, and you just kind of have to like get back into it. So we just had it, we're wondering what guys think about. But honestly, another thing is like like I've always asked Chris this, I'm like, you're just sitting there and you're like expressionless. What are you thinking about? He's like, nothing. I'm like, you really were sitting there not thinking about anything? And he's like, no.
All right, guys. So this is going to be on YouTube. If any guys are watching this, comment down below and tell me how many times per day you go to your nothing box.
Yeah.
I promise you that is a thing.
See, okay, that's good to know. Like, there. I'm like, you're fucking lying. Like, if I was sitting there, trillion things, like so many things are in my head. Like when he's asked me what you're thinking about, I was like, well, I was thinking about this, and that led to this, and that led to this, and that led to this, and now I'm thinking about this. And he's like, what the hell? And I'm like, well, you asked me what I was thinking about. And okay, well, it's good to know that you guys have this like empty box you guys just go to.
It's our favorite box.
You would think I'm literally staring at paint drying, and I'd be like, I'm just chilling. Yeah, not thinking nothing.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. All right. Do you feel like you satisfy your partner?
Judging by your facial expressions and body language, I would say yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna say yes.
Do you feel like you would be able to tell if you didn't satisfy your partner?
Yes.
I think like that would be communicated too in like the relationship. Like if for some reason like something's off, like I feel like it's very important for communication to just be a part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is I just know who you are as a person, so I know you. But if it were someone completely random, like they could probably get away with faking it. Yeah,
that's what I'm like. Do you feel like you obviously? I would think you would know. Like, do you feel like you could know if she was faking an orgasm? Like, if I faked an orgasm, do you think you'd be able to tell?
If you did it, yes.
Do you think
I know what happens when you orgasm. I don't know what happens when another girl orgasms.
Yeah. Okay. No. So with your partner, yes, because you know their body.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. But if it was someone else, you probably wouldn't, right? Unless.
Just depends on how good of an actor they are, I guess.
Okay. All right. What is your pet peeve about a woman?
About a woman?
Yeah. Not necessarily me. Like if you were single, like what is the one thing like that you just wouldn't like? Or even now, like not even single, like what is one thing you don't like about a female? Like a turn off about a female.
It's like,
I guess you go first since you already have an answer.
Yeah, like for me, I guess you could also answer the questions like, what is a turn on for me? it's like a turnoff is like when you see some like a girl and she has no ambition or goals or wanting to better herself. Like for me, if I have that conversation, like, and there's no, wanting to better yourself.
Yeah, like no drive.
Like I'm just like, oh, well then, I mean, not to be rude or anything, but like, what do you want for yourself? For me, that's something important for me.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like that's definitely something.
Okay.
I think I was taking the question too literal, because a pet peeve is like a small thing that someone does that gets on your nerves.
Yeah, I mean that too. Yeah,
So I was like, what do people do that get on my nerves? So I couldn't think of anything. But I mean, as far as general turnoff, yeah, I mean, you gotta take care of yourself. You gotta be ambitious and have a goal. Otherwise, nobody likes a bum, or at least I don't like a bum.
Yeah. So
but as far as pet peeve, I hate nail shit. I don't know.
Oh,
so I hate people who bite nails, who click their nails on. If that girl has a habit of doing that, she probably out. I throw up.
mine's like unorganization. Like I understand, like my I leave some things, but like if everything is everywhere,
yeah.
like it's a pet peeve of mine, and like I need to pick it up.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because I'm a clean freak. I don't think I am, but it's like that's like a little pet peeve.
Okay. So going back, this isn't part of the question, but because you guys were saying like you guys obviously both like ambitious women. What if she didn't have like life goals? She just wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. Is that something you guys, from what you both want in life, is that something you guys would want?
Where I'm at right now in life, and having experienced what I have experienced, I don't think that would work. Just because, I mean, I have witnessed people who were ambitious and their other halves weren't, and it just didn't work out. Someone ends up switching.
Yeah.
And most of the time, it's the better person becomes less. It's hardly ever the other way. So I don't think that's something that I would compromise with now.
Yeah.
And I hope I don't.
Yeah.
And there's no reason I have to.
Yeah. Obviously right now. Yeah.
I think I'm good, but yeah, you definitely have to be a motivated individual to be able to satisfy another motivated individual.
I like that. Yeah.
No, I'm the same way. I feel like with everything he was saying, like if for some reason Brooke wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, like there's nothing wrong with that. And like if I'm going out there grinding 24/7, whatever, like there's nothing wrong with that. I just like there's also has to be that support, because like you said, I feel like if someone is going out there and wanting to grow and like constantly chase the bag, I guess you could say, and the other one's staying at home, taking care of the kids or just staying at home, and the other one's going out there and getting the money or whatever, like at some point one's gonna, they're gonna collide in some way. And I think he nailed it perfectly. Like I think it's different, because I feel like there are like those guys who just, they want their wives. They already know growing up that they want a wife, a stay-at-home mom, and that's all they want, right? Yeah.
But then there's men like you guys who want an equal individual, who want like someone to go and be motivated on their own. So I think there's nothing wrong with, I don't want to make it clear, guys, there's nothing wrong with you ladies wanting to be a stay-at-home mom, but you have to make sure that that's what your husband also wants for you, because things have changed, and it's a good thing that things have changed. Men don't just want their women to just stay at home and take care of the kids anymore. They want their women to be equals, which is amazing. And so if that is a goal of yours, to be a stay-at-home mom, then you need to make sure that the person that you're dating or you're with knows that that's the plan for you.
Yeah, but they also have to realize that by being a stay-at-home mom, they're giving up some of that equality amongst their man, because their man, I'm pretty sure any guy that's okay with their wife being a stay-at-home mom is going to hold themselves at a higher position. Like, whether they really mean to or not, I know maybe there's something in them that they're always going to hold over that person if they're not doing their end.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah. I think it's just because people don't, and I hate it, like they don't, appreciate stay-at-home moms, because it's like, oh, you're taking care of the kids, even though it's fucking shit ton of work. I've seen it with my friends, but because it's not like a personal goal, I think that's what is carried over their head, like the fact that they're not making any money or they don't have any goals for themselves. So I think it just depends on the person that you're with, but you made a really good point. All right, so if you guys were single, what is the biggest red flag of a girl? Like if you just met her, would be like the biggest red flag? Like if she didn't have makeup on, she burped at the table, or like I'm just coming up with stuff so that you guys know what I'm talking about. Like what would be, if you're on a first date, what would be like number one red flag?
Honestly, if her phone's just going off.
Okay.
Not necessarily IG, because I mean, I get it, notifications pop up, but if like text message after text message from different people are coming through, I don't know, that would annoy the fuck out of me.
I can see. That's like middle school type
Especially
stuff.
if they check their phone during the date. I'd be like, yo, are you fucking serious?
But yeah, that's like middle school stuff. Like if they're getting hit up, and they're like, you see on their phone, they're like 4 different group messages. I'm just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But like also how they talk to people. Like,
oh, that's good.
If like we're on a date and we're at a restaurant and she's talking to me like a normal person, but then when it comes to other people, like it's just rude or like something's off.
Okay.
Like that's just for me, like
how she treats other.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
How do you treat other people?
Okay, that's good. All right. Final answers?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you care about what your partner does for a living, or do you feel the pressure to provide?
Ooh, that's a good one. Mm-hmm. I definitely, like, just because of the person that I am, like, I don't care what you do as a profession. Like, all to their own. You're out there grinding and you're making it happen. But at the same time, like, say, for example, they're making more money than you, or they're making just as much as you. I feel like it's a good type of pressure. Yeah. Because I also feel like I want to live up to that standard, and like, and I also want to push myself to be better, to get up there, as you know, they went through their shit and they're constantly grinding. I want to do the same thing and be like, say, like my salary ranges around the same area. Yeah. And constantly wanting to be up with them, I guess you could say.
Okay.
I mean, what would I say? Because I mean, I don't really care what you do. I mean, if I was in a new relationship, I mean, I wouldn't care what they do to an extent, I guess. I mean, obviously, I don't want you to get your money through like escorting or prostitution. Yeah. But I mean, I don't really care what you do. If you're an accountant, if you freaking have an OnlyFans, I mean, I really don't care, as long as there's certain things that don't happen.
Yeah, but do you feel like the pressure to provide, like what I'm saying is like, do you feel like you have to be like, damn, I have to make enough money for me and her, and like I need to make more money than her, whatever, like I guess
people could definitely see that as like a up and down thing. Like people can be like, oh, I need all this pressure, like I need to provide, and they can see it as like in a negative way, because like you just feel like you're being undermined. Yeah. But in a sense, it's like the way that I take it is like I see it in a positive way. Yeah. Like even if she makes more money than me, like that only makes me want to be better. Yeah. So it's like two different perspectives. Yeah.
For me, it really doesn't matter if the other person makes more money. I mean, I just have to be able to provide something. Yeah. But growing up, I always had the vision that I was going to be the moneymaker, that I was going to have this massive career and then I would get married. That's not at all how my life ended up working. But I guess if you really break it down, you're the moneymaker in our relationship. I do things to help us make money. And, I'm in the background of almost everything that we do, but you're the moneymaker. And I've never really thought about it as it's your money. And I hope it's that way.
No, it's not. Because I see what you're saying. Like, I'm the moneymaker, but I feel like it, because I'm the one in front of everything. I'm the one in front of the camera. I'm the, like, what is it called?
You're the face of
everything. I'm the face of our brand.
All right, so just to catch everyone up, just so that I could, like, kind of throw it out there. So, yeah, Jasmine does everything. She's the influencer, social media influencer. We have a clothing company. We have OnlyFans, we have all your sponsors and everything. But within that, my responsibilities include, editing this podcast, which something that I've always liked about the way we do things is if I don't know how to do it, I'm going to fucking learn how to do it. And I'm going to be the one to do it for Jasmine. If later down the road, I assume too many responsibilities, I'll find someone that knows how to do it better than me. That way Jasmine can level up. But yeah, so I edit Jasmine's pictures. I take her pictures for OF, for her social media.
Goes over contracts.
Talks, whenever all this started, I was the one reaching out to companies, to get her the sponsorships, to get her, like, we would always plan trips because I wanted to do them. Like, hey, babe, let's go to Arnold. Let's go to Olympia. Let's talk to these people. So, I mean, I like to think I do things in the background, and I prefer it that way because, honestly, I'm awkward as fuck, and I suck with social media. But, yeah.
Yeah, no, you are. I mean, I'm the face of the company, but
I sit on the computer and do everything.
you do a lot of the work. You do a lot of you do a lot of work, a lot of stuff that I don't like know how to do, and I'm so grateful he does because Jazzy Fit or Jazzy's brand would not be where it is without him. Like he's the one that put the whole podcast stuff together, like all the editing software and stuff like that. Like if I didn't have him, I would have to go and search for someone else to help me and put it all together and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's all talk about what we're doing, but just a little background of our life. But okay, all right, next question. Be careful with the red button because
I saw. Okay. I felt it.
All right, so all right. Do you care if your girlfriend or your significant other wears makeup?
No, I don't actually. I love the way she looks with no makeup.
Okay.
The thing is, it's like with makeup, I see it as like art.
Yeah.
Like you could ask me, like, I just don't know how y'all do it.
Yeah.
You know, but to answer your question, like, no, I would prefer like natural beauty.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't care. I actually try influencing Jasmine to show herself more without makeup.
Without filters on
without
Instagram.
Filters,
He gets on to me, guys.
Honestly, Jasmine's fucking beautiful to me. No matter what she's doing, I'm always amazed. But my influence has obviously not worked too well because she very rarely goes on Instagram without makeup. But no, I mean, I love you with or without makeup. You know, there's certain times that I really like when you have makeup.
Yeah.
And then you know, I really don't care though.
Yeah. For some reason, during that time, you like it.
For some reason.
No, I mean,
you're looking at me right there.
Alrighty.
Moving on.
No, but I mean, like, I tell Brooke tells me, like, babe, do you think I'm ugly? And I tell her no. Like, just
Brooke looks really pretty without makeup too. She does a great job with her makeup too, which I love. I always appreciate other women who are good at makeup, but she looks really pretty without makeup too.
I think she looks fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, I tell her, like, do you like me with makeup? She asked me, do you like me with makeup or with no makeup? And I tell her every single time, like, babe, you wake up in the middle, like in the morning and stay this way till nighttime and go out, whatever. Yeah. And I will still think you're the most beautiful girl in the room.
Oh, see. And like, I love that.
And I love her eyes. I love her smile. Everything like natural, leave it just because I love it.
You owe some good head, girl, if you're listening to this. I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, I feel like, I mean, Chris tells me all the time too. I think it matters to me the most. Like he's a very reassuring guy, and he'll always tell me you look beautiful, this and that. But sometimes girls, I be looking beat, like, and I mean beat because I'm like, my hair is like a fucking mess. I'm like, t-shirt and my pants don't match, and I'm like cleaning, and he'll be like, you look so pretty, and I'm like, don't come near me because I'm sweaty, I smell, I feel like my hair is all nasty. But those are, I feel like those are the moments that it matters the most because, I mean, that's how you like. That's a really raw and vulnerable you. So when someone tells you that, you know, that you still look beautiful, even though you're not feeling your best, it puts you at a high. But that's good to know that you guys don't really have a preference. I mean, I know there's some guys who specifically love natural beauty and don't want their significant other to never wear makeup. But I think having that good balance is good too, you know? Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you care about what she wears to bed?
And
I'm gonna laugh at this because you just answer.
I mean, I don't care, but I also care.
Okay.
I don't know though because I also like you with nothing.
Yeah.
I like you with nothing. I don't mind you in your big t-shirts, but you know, obviously there's better choices. Especially when you own like
I know you were gonna say this.
Like 6 pajama sets and haven't worn a single one.
I wear them, but I always tend to go back to the damn t-shirts. It's just more comfortable.
And the thing is that they're not even your t-shirts. They're my t-shirts. They're my old ones. I have a drawer of sleeping shirts that are different than my gym shirts. And she chooses all my. Actually, you go from both. You grab out of both piles.
No, I try not to do your gym shirts because then you get mad because then I'll be wearing it to when I do my makeup and then I'll get makeup. I'm like, oh shit, he's gonna be so mad. But I like when I sleep in your sleeping shirts, like old ash sleeping shirts with like paint on them and stuff. I have nice pajama sets, but I don't know why I always go back.
You gotta ask your listeners like how many t-shirts like these girls have of their mans.
Yeah.
Leave it in the comment section to see what the numbers are.
Yeah.
Like, I have 2 specific T-shirts or something. I mean, Brooke takes some of my T-shirts too.
Yeah. Would you rather her be like in a nice pajama, or does it matter to you?
No, I don't have a preference. Usually I prefer nothing, but
yeah, same.
But,
guys are always like nothing.
But no, I mean, she picks anything she wants. I don't mind it.
Okay, well that's good to know, because I mean, I feel like we spend all this time looking for these pajamas, and I feel like sometimes you guys, I mean, I know sometimes you're like, oh, that's nice, and sometimes you're like, it's nice, but it's because you want me in tight ass clothes, and you want me naked, but it's freezing.
If I can feel the butt, I'm happy.
Okay, all right. Will you and do you like to have sex with your significant other when she's on her period?
Dun dun dun.
I don't. So I get in my head a lot, and like I don't know what it is, but you know I understand what a period is. I think better than what most people think, and it just really grosses me out. So like if it's within the first 2-3 days,
it ain't happening.
It ain't
no matter
happen.
how fucking horny, he just won't.
But you know if it's like her last day, you know it's just kind of like we do it a lot. We're like, all right, that's good enough.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah.
At all. I mean, we've done it.
Yeah.
Yeah, multiple occasions where she's on a period and it just happens.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to Brooke the other day with all the girls, and they were all, you know, saying that their they just lay out a towel, and if it gets dirty, it gets dirty. And I'm like, Chris would not be able to. He would not even closed eyes. He would not be able to. I think it's just different preferences, but
yeah,
okay.
Definitely.
All right. I feel like regardless, with how bad my cramps are, I feel like it wouldn't be as fun for me. I would have to be super duper like turned on to want to have sex.
Yeah, I don't think I can't even imagine. Like, cramps are horrible.
Yeah, so for me, I'm like, don't fucking touch me the first 2-3 days. I'm like, no. Okay. Do you feel like it's disrespectful to look at another girl when you're with your significant other?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Like, if you're literally checking someone out while you're in a relationship, like with your significant other next to you, like where's your head at?
Yeah.
In a sense.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be different if like you're like Brooke goes like, oh, no, look at that girl, she's so pretty.
Yeah.
That's different versus like me intentionally looking at another girl while she's next to me.
Right.
Like, I should be directing that attention to my girlfriend. I feel like.
Yeah.
Rather than.
Oh, that's it. I thought you're like rather than.
Oh,
you just
no, I'm saying like rather than. I was like giving that attention to some other girl. Like, no, I don't. I think it's for me. I think it's very disrespectful to give some other girl attention while you're with your girlfriend. Like, at that point, why are you even in a relationship?
Yeah, I mean, if you're like blatantly checking someone out, that's disrespectful. You know, but I mean, I understand, and I've seen you do it, and I'm sure you've seen me do it. You know, if an attractive person walks in, you're gonna like.
You're gonna look. There's a difference between looking. Like, if someone walks into the room, or you're walking in the mall and you notice like a hot guy, or he notices a hot girl, like, look, oh, hot, okay, and then look back forward. Don't like keep staring. You know what I mean? Like,
but if you're like very obviously zoned the fuck out checking this person out, then
that's different.
Eye contact for fucking 10 seconds.
Yeah.
However, there's also been times I caught Jasmine where she's just staring.
No,
I'm like, babe, you good?
No. That time in New Year's, I was staring at this other couple, and yes, I was.
Guys.
Yes, I was. I don't ever try purposely checking out another guy. You just happened to look at me right in the second that I looked at the guy, and I was like, oh, he's hot. And then you're like, what are you looking at? I was like, oh, fuck. Like, I had just looked at him, but. Yes, I think there's a difference between, and he didn't even notice that I saw.
No, he didn't.
So, I would not ever try to, like, especially with guys. I mean, I'm sure you girls know, like, you give that guy that look, and then it's like, oh, she likes me. So you can't, like, I know when a guy's checking me out, and I like do my best not to make eye contact because the second you give them that eye contact, it's like, oh, she likes me, she's into me. So I mean, I think like Chris said, and for both male and female, when a hot person walks into the room, you're obviously going to look, but there's a difference between looking and then staring, because I'm sure it's happened to like a lot of girls who were talking about it, where like we notice when a significant, like a couple's walking and then the guy's staring at us and checking us out, and we feel dumb like for the girl. We're like, poor girl, because her significant other is making her look stupid because he's staring at us. So I think more than anything, we just hate being, I hate being like, I don't know, would not like for people to think I'm dumb, you know, like.
Yeah, no,
so.
I mean, I don't think any partner would want to be like feel stupid to be with someone when they're doing,
something like that. But okay, so if you were single now, how would you approach or reach out to a girl? Would it be in person, at a bar, DM, or would you be on a dating site? Like,
I'd probably be like on Farmers of America. To be honestly, I'd probably just do the Instagram way, just because I'm awkward as fuck.
Yeah,
I'd freeze the fuck up in person for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I the shyest.
That's how you did it, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's how I'm. That's how I got in my current relationship, through DMs, through Instagram.
Because of Fendi, or was it because of Hermes?
Fendi,
yeah.
We're in your old apartment.
Yeah.
I just posted a story with Fendi, just like
Fendi's my dog, guys. Yeah.
A relaxing Sunday, and then Brooke responded to my DM, and then after that we never stopped talking.
Yeah, that's great.
And that's how it happened. But I'm not gonna lie. Right now, I kind of found her on Instagram. Like we really met. We had eye contact at the gym, and then I found her on Instagram. She had tagged the Alphalete gym, and then I found her and followed her, and then that's kind of like the
okay. So you would stick to like Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really shy. I can't.
Would you guys try dating sites?
No.
Mm-mm.
I would like to say I wouldn't. I would hope I wouldn't have to use a dating site.
But like, what if like, would you do like, what is it, Hitch? Or if you were looking for a one night stand, would you do it like that, or would you rather go to a bar and look for a one night stand?
I guess that's a good question.
Like, I don't know.
Like, if you were like, I'm really horny, I really want to have sex with some girl, would you?
No, I think I'd rather do bar, because I mean, if they on Tinder, they probably on there every weekend, man.
So it matters to you,
so.
her history, even though if you were at a bar, you wouldn't know her history. You're not going to ask her.
Exactly, I wouldn't know, but if they're on Tinder, I would have the preconceived notion that they're on there pretty often.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say like the same, like a bar. I can't. I don't think I'd ever be on a. Like at this point in time of my life, no, I don't. No. I wouldn't be on a. I would just do Instagram.
Okay. Have you? I mean, I know this question for Chris isn't. I don't think he's gonna answer it, but for you, have you in the past have you had a one night stand in the past? You can answer yes or no.
No.
You haven't had a one night stand. Okay, never mind. Because I was gonna ask if you have. How's it been? Is the sex different for you? Because we just asked Brenda. She had a one night stand. If the sex was different for her in a one night stand versus in a relationship or being in a relationship, so. I would assume that'd be. Different. Different for guys too.
Yeah, because I mean, like for me, like if I'm just very emotional, so I really want to have that one-on-one connection with my partner.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Next one. We're almost done. Okay. Do you believe in the if he likes you, then he would try mentality? Like, do you think as females, I feel like as females, we make a lot of excuses up, right? So we're like, oh, he didn't reach out because he's busy or whatever. Do you feel like it is true where they say, like, if he wants you, he'll make an effort for you?
Yeah, it's true.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, because, I mean, just for example, like, just a little history on us, I guess. So Jasmine, when we first met, the very first thing my dad told me is like, you better try it because someone else is going to take her. I was like, fuck, yeah, you're right. So if my phone rang, I answered. If my text went off, I answered. And I mean, that's still held true for a long time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, I don't think there's any excuse for any guy not to try, especially in the beginning stages of dating. And I know just from, like, you know, conversations that we've had, some of your friends make excuses for their guys, and there shouldn't be any excuse that's valid enough for a guy not to be giving a girl attention in the beginning. And
I agree with that because, I mean, I've always agreed with that, but even seeing it, like, I know Oscar will say the same thing probably, because even seeing him with Brooke, like I could see he was always trying with her because he liked her. I feel like if a guy really likes you, they're gonna make an effort for you. You know, I think a lot of people are like, oh no, he's just busy, but I don't expect you to respond to my thing like at as soon as possible or 5 minutes after I message you. But I do, if I'm talking to someone or a guy, I would expect that they make an effort for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, if a guy really is interested in you, he'll at some point, like obviously there's some busy guys out there that work 12 hours or like they've got other stuff going on, family stuff. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about effort, and that's kind of like how a relationship works. Like, it's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah.
You know, there's going to be some cloudy days.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, the effort needs to be there on both sides.
Yeah.
And, I think that if he wants to, he will.
Yeah, I agree. Have you, with Brooke, because she's obviously your girlfriend, do you feel like you guys ever played games in the beginning? Like, were you guys very upfront with each other, or did you?
We're very upfront. Like, very, like, communication has always been, like, a big thing. And we did go through some bumps at the very beginning. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, like, the heart wants what it wants.
Yeah.
And it will do whatever it takes to make sure it happens. Yeah. And,
but I mean, more like in the first month that you were talking to her, were you like, I'm gonna play hard to get, like, play games?
No,
mind games. Okay.
Like, whenever her and I started talking,
yeah,
like, I was interested. I was the one that wanted.
Right.
And so, like, no, I wasn't like, no, I'm gonna wait 2 days to respond. Like,
yeah.
No.
I just feel like there's no. I mean, guys, if you're listening, I just feel like there's no need for fucking mind games anymore. Like, you either tell a person you like them or you don't, and that's it. Like, because I know, like, just from hearing from different podcasts and stuff, there's still guys that still play these damn games, and I'm like,
There's people that love playing games though. Both
35,
female and males.
I guess you're right. Yeah, like I just feel.
But I mean, so it just depends on who you're asking. I mean, if you're looking for something serious, there's no fucking point in playing games.
Yeah, I guess if you're. Yeah, I guess you're right.
If you're just trying to fuck around and have fun, I mean, I guess I could see how games could be fun.
Yeah, I guess I could see how games are fun. Okay, last question. What are some red flags that ladies should watch out for? Like, if they're dating, what are some red flags that they should watch out for with guys? Like, if a guy's doing, like, I guess not reaching out, or I don't know. What red flag in a guy would be like, if a girl was like, if I'm your friend, I'm like, what are some things I'm going on this date, what are some things I should, like, look out for?
Ooh, when they, like, when they don't message you, I feel like they don't text you back or respond, but they're constantly on social media.
Okay.
And, like, posting on their stories and stuff like that, but they're not making an effort to talk to you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, if they're on IG and not replying back to you, realize that you're not a priority to them. Mm-hmm. I think if he picks his boys over you in the beginning, that's real bad.
Okay.
Because, I mean, in the beginning, you want to spend as much time as you can with the person, you're trying to be in a relationship with. And if you're already picking your boys in the beginning.
Oh, like you're saying, like, I mean.
Like, if you're like, hey, babe, let's hang out. Oh, no, I want to do something with the boys.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't also want to lose the boys.
No, I mean, no.
But you're saying,
the boys
like,
should understand
saying that you're,
too.
that you're going on a date or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, I see, because there's a lot of guys who are like, oh no, I can't. I'm going out to this bar with the guys and having a drink.
That's also where the woman, female, whatever, needs to understand the kind of partner she's potentially in a relationship with. Yeah. If this guy likes always going out every weekend with his boys to the bar, that's not gonna change. Yeah. And don't go in there thinking you're gonna change this guy.
Okay. Like, do you think men can change?
Eventually, but I mean, it's not something that the woman imposes on them. It's something that they're willingly going to do because they want to be a better person for that person.
I like that. I very much agree with that, because I think you've changed a lot, but I think it's because you made the effort to change.
Yeah, and I mean, we also have friends in our circle who still party very hard regardless of their relationship status.
Yeah. But I think, like you said, you just also have to know, like, you can't marry the guy if you're like been with a guy for 2-3 years and you're about to marry him and he still goes out with his buddies on every Friday, Saturday night. Honey, God. Your marriage is not going to change that. You have to realize that that's who you're marrying. I don't think that's a trait that you can actually change until they're ready to change that trait, like you said. Like, because our buddies are still going out Friday, Saturday. They don't care if they're in a relationship or not. But, okay. Yeah, guys. Is there anything else you want to leave for the ladies?
Leave for the ladies?
Yeah. Because those are all my questions.
shoot, I can't think of anything right now.
Yeah.
No.
It's like, no. I mean, when it comes to guys, like, if you have...
Actually, yeah, no, I know something just because I get in trouble for this a lot.
You get in trouble for it a lot? What are you getting in trouble for?
If you guys want something, let us know. Like, I don't know if I'm the only guy like this, but I don't put too much thought into things. Like, if you want something done around the house, let me know.
Yeah.
If you need help with something, let me know. If, like, just talk. Communicate, yeah. Guys are simple creatures. You want something, let them know. If you expect something, let them know. Because, I mean, I just go on about my day, don't give the day much thought, and, you know, that's every day.
We're blind to a lot of things. But yeah, I mean, communication. If you feel a certain way, tell your partner. That's probably, like, the biggest thing for me.
Yeah. I think that's been a learning lesson with us still, guys. Like, with me and Chris is like, I want him to wash the dishes without me telling him to wash the dishes. But
the thing is, if there's 2 dishes in the sink, it bothers the hell out of Jasmine.
Yeah, I know, which I understand. And he made a good point last week because I was like, why didn't you wash the dishes? He's like, Jasmine, there's like 2 dishes. I'm like, but it's bothering me. He's like, you know, you can't put your OCD-ness on me. And I agree. I know that I want things done a certain way and I can't put that on him. Like, that's not who he is. But yeah, I hate to ask him, and sometimes I'm like, I don't want to ask him if he can wash dishes because I can just do it, and I feel bad asking him. But then if he doesn't do it, it makes me mad that he didn't do it on his own. But I think it's just, I've learned that I just have to tell him, like, and not be afraid that, because he's always said yes. He's always willing to help me. He's never been like, no, I'm not doing laundry, or no, I'm not. And I don't think there's ever been a time that you've ever said no. You'll always do it, but I think I just wish he would do it without me telling him to do it. But
sometimes I do.
Yeah, and that time randomly, and I'm like, oh, babe, thank you so much. It like makes my entire day. But yeah, guys, so that was the segment of asking the boys. If you guys have more questions to ask the boys, let me know. Send the podcast a DM on IG, and we can have another segment with the boys answer questions for you guys. I thought it was really cool just to pick their brains out a little bit. I'm also going to end the podcast with a few segments where I'll ask on my story, like, your craziest dating story, or the craziest sex you've had, or your biggest pet peeve about a guy, and just read them here so we can have like a little fun conversation at the end, and you guys just can get different input from different people that you don't even know. So just kind of like at the end, have like a little conversation. So I'm going to be doing like polls on my story, on my IG story, on my personal IG story, and probably on the provocative IG story, so that you guys can send in different stories depending on the theme that we have that week. And yeah, guys, so before we leave, I will say that we will be on YouTube now. I was hesitant about doing YouTube, but we're going to be doing YouTube now, so you can watch the full podcast on YouTube, and then there'll be certain clips on there as well. But if you want to sit down and get your popcorn or your juice or whatever and or watch it while you're doing cardio, you can do so now on YouTube. And I'll put all that information on the podcast as well, and in the podcast IG bio, so that you guys have it. But yeah, we're going to YouTube, guys. So I'm really, really excited for that. And yeah, so I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to 5-star it. I'll leave the boys' Instagrams and TikToks and all that information in the bio as well, in case you guys want to follow them. Don't follow my man. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. But if you follow him, you better be following me, okay? Because that's a red flag right away. But yeah, guys, I'll leave all their stuff in the bio for you guys if you guys want to follow them as well. And then don't forget to follow us on IG on the Provocative Podcast.
We are going to be doing massive giveaways on that page. So
make
sure you're following it.
Our next giveaway is going to be really big, guys. I'm really excited for this. It's just finding the product. It's a good product. So I already know what the product is. It's just getting it delivered. So we'll be doing massive giveaways. We'll do a little bit of the Starbucks giveaways that I've been doing, but I'm going to start incorporating massive giveaways too. So be on the lookout for that. Anything else, boss?
No.
Okay. All right, guys. I will talk to you guys in next week. Bye.